Something doesn't add up. Humans are fragile, slow, and strangely advanced. Crops like corn and wheat can't even survive without us. Domesticated animals just appeared, ready to serve. And cheetahs. Genetically broken, but somehow still hey. Is all of this just evolution? Or were we, along with the animals we eat and the plants we grow, engineered? Tonight, we dive into the disturbing possibility that Earth was, and maybe still is, a genetic testing ground. In this video, we pull the wool off evolution. Let's start with us. The mainstream story is simple. We evolved slowly from apes. Except, that doesn't seem quite true. Humans emerged suddenly around 200,000 years ago. Our brains tripled in size in a flash. We lost our body hair, changed our posture, altered our vocal cords, practically overnight. And here's the kicker. Humans have 223 genes that don't exist in any other primate. Where did they come from? Some scientists have proposed horizontal gene transfer, something viruses do. But in higher organisms, it's virtually unheard of. And then there's the junk DNA, over 90% of our genome. Non-coding. Unused. Unexplained. Next up, pigs, cows, goats, chickens. The animals we eat, milk, ride, and wear. But here's a fact that rarely gets mentioned. Most domesticated animals appear in the archaeological record fully formed. No transitional fossils. No slow adaptation. Just, boom. Pigs, cows, goats, all ready to serve. And pigs. Their organs are so close to ours we use them for transplants.
Pigs are the most promising donor source. Researchers have been able to genetically engineer pig kidneys that can coexist with the human immune system. Surgeons have made multiple attempts to transplant animal organs into humans. But no one has been able to demonstrate how the entire process of transplant of a pig kidney to human would work in the real world. Until now.
Their skin. Nearly identical. Some researchers say pigs could even be human-animal hybrids from ancient gene experiments. Sound crazy? Maybe. But it fits a pattern. Domesticated animals are docile, productive, and biologically dependent on us. That's not how evolution works. It's how engineering works. Let's talk crops. Ancient versions of wheat and corn weren't edible by humans, they were intended for grazing animals. Take corn, for example. Corn cannot grow without human help. It doesn't exist in the wild. Its ancestor, teosinte, is a weed with hard kernels and a completely different structure. Even with modern breeding, scientists still can't explain how we got from teosinte to modern corn without advanced knowledge of genetics. Same with wheat. Modern wheat is a hexaplode. It has 6 complete sets of chromosomes. That doesn't happen in nature. It's like something forced it. It would have taken a genius caveman thousands of years to go from his version of teosinte to what we know as corn. Now let's look at an animal that shouldn't be here at all. The cheetah. It's the fastest land animal on Earth. But genetically, it's a nightmare. Cheetahs are so genetically similar that skin grafts from one can be accepted by any other cheetah on the planet without rejection. That's not just rare, it's unheard of. They have almost zero genetic variation. Weak immune systems. Low fertility. Poor adaptability. Despite being in the feline family, cheetahs have paws like a dog and can even contract dog-only diseases. They have a dog's docile mind. Some scientists blame a bottleneck event thousands of years ago. But others quietly ask, what if cheetahs weren't natural to begin with? What if they were an experiment? A designed species, genetically manipulated, and left behind? There are reports going back thousands of years of cheetahs being domesticated, even used for hunting by ancient Egyptians. Why don't these animals seem to fit in any evolutionary mold as we know it? Domestication isn't just mysterious in food animals. Dogs, cats, horses, all seem custom-built for human companionship or utility. There are thousands of dog breeds, from Chihuahuas to Great Danes, all allegedly derived from wolves. But wolves and dogs diverge fast, genetically speaking. Dogs evolved to read human facial expressions, to follow eye movement, to synchronize their behavior with ours. That's not typical natural selection. That's design with intent. And cats. The only animals that essentially domesticated themselves. Except, no wild feline ancestor fully explains the behavior and genetics of modern house cats. It's like these animals were genetically nudged toward human compatibility, as if someone wanted us to have them. In theory, even if you were able to isolate and breed all the most docile subjects from a species, it would take thousands of years to get from an ancient version of a cat or a dog to the fuzzy friends we have in our home. We now live in a world where CRISPR allows us to rewrite DNA. We can make glowing pigs, headless frogs, and sterile mosquitoes. But what if we just relearning what someone else already did? Ancient Sumerian tablets mention gods creating humans to work. The Egyptians depicted sky beings with animal heads and divine knowledge. And across the globe, from the Dogon of Mali to the Hopi of North America, we hear stories of sky people who came down and altered life. Is that mythology? Or is it genetic memory? A truth described by ancient people in the best way they could understand. If this theory is true, then why? Why would aliens modify humans, plants, and animals? Here are the leading possibilities. Slavery theory. We were created to serve, mine, farm, obey. Some say we are still serving descendants of those beings today. Seed planet theory. Earth is a test site, a biological petri dish. The same way we experiment, other more advanced beings were all experimenting with Earth. Legacy theory. Earth was once their home. We their children. A hybrid of that civilization and early humans. Whatever the reason, there is a great deal of evidence that points to genetic altering in the past. Humans, plants, animals, all without a definitive link to show their evolution. This isn't science fiction anymore. We now have the tools to alter DNA, to create life from code. So if we can do it now, who did it then? Look at your dog, your food. Look in the mirror. None of it is as natural as you've been told. There is a strong possibility that you didn't evolve. The food you eat and the pets you love were strategically designed and built long before recorded history.